I'm Allendale's chief meteorologist Ryan Martin with a look at your midday weather update. No real significant change in the overall progression of things here since early this morning. We've got a cold front pushing south and east. It's cleared the upper Midwest now. Well, part of it. Front runs basically from Green Bay, Wisconsin, back down into northwestern parts of Iowa now. This is the front that holds back some cooler air, drier air that's going to be coming in across the Corn Belt on the whole. Now, we saw this front held up a bit earlier today by just a mess of frontal action farther south in portions of Missouri and Illinois. That front and the low pressures associated with it, it's actually on the move now again. It had gone stationary. Now we've got it sagging southward through the boot heel of Missouri, through the Ohio Valley. So now that it's on the move, this cool, drier front to the north and west is on the move as well. Still won't rule out continued shower and thunderstorm action from eastern Iowa into parts of Illinois all the way down into western Kentucky. But we have seen the precipitation mass shrink dramatically in the past 4 to 6 hours. Probably does so some more this afternoon. I think that Illinois has to keep an eye out for scattered showers again. Like we said, eastern parts of Iowa. But as sunset comes in, I think we see a lot of this losing its oomph factor, if you will. So Indiana, Ohio, probably not seeing much. Maybe some cloud cover off and on through there. But we think that for the most part, precipitation is done. The cooler, drier air comes in over the Corn Belt on the whole. We're looking for temperatures to be actually below normal from I-80 northward. You can almost even make the case for I-70 northward. Below normal for the next few days, and it's a slow build as we get closer to the weekend. We are going to have to watch as a couple of fronts come through over the course of the next 2 weeks or so. The fronts are not spectacular. They don't have a lot of moisture with them, but right now the timing still falls in line with what we kind of threw out this morning. We think the first front comes across the upper Midwest to Saturday and then through the rest of the Corn Belt through the weekend. I don't like this front in terms of its coverage. Honestly, I think it's going to be a 50-50 deal. 50% of the Corn Belt gets some rain, 50% doesn't. Rainfall totals, unimpressive. A quarter inch to 1 inch. I actually would like half an inch or less over most of the area if it weren't for some thunderstorms that I'll probably try and fire off in there somewhere. Then you get into the model disagreement part, and this has not really shaped up any better with the latest model runs. There's going to be another front that comes through. Most of the models have been kind of trending toward right at the turn of the month, let's say late the 30th into the 31st. And this goes back into our forecast even in the last week. But the European model, last night and then earlier this morning, tried to step it up a couple of days and trying to put things in maybe as soon as Monday night, Tuesday. I don't think that's the case. I don't like that solution. We have a lot more model agreement toward a later frontal passage. But right now, we're going to stick with what we did in our online write-up this morning, which is to open up a Tuesday to Thursday window next week for the front to move through. I think the coverage is going to be a little bit better than the weekend system, maybe 60%. Rainfall totals, though, look very similar, quarter to 1 inch. And again, most of us in the half an inch or less camp as that front comes through. Then we've got another push of dry air that comes in to start off August. Models right now saying the 1st through the 5th at least are going to be dry. So overall, you can basically say the second half of July is going to feature timely rains and decent temperatures. Overall, the next 2 weeks, I'm going to say that temperatures will end up being nearly normal. Now, it's not like we're normal every day. Here, this cool air mass that comes in, I think we're actually below normal on temperatures over a good chunk of the Corn Belt for the next 2, maybe 3 days. Then, as we get toward this next front, we build the temperatures up a little bit. Behind that front, temperatures drop. Then we build them back up again. So you get it with the up and down. We're still going to end up near normal over the 10-day to 2-week period. Temperatures are not going to be a story. Go farther south, off into the central and southern plains. Yeah, temperatures continue to be a story there. I think we stay above normal. And the deep south likely staying slightly above normal as well. So the cooler air, that's mostly a Corn Belt thing. And, you know, you may start to mitigate that cool temperature just a little bit once you get south of I-70. We won't see temperatures blowtorch, but we may not be in the below normal camp there either. That's the way things are stacking up. If you've got any questions on the weather, give us a call at Allendale. I'm Chief Meteorologist Ryan Martin.